All right, so we're back with our S2000, and for those of you that did not see the first video, back then we were trying to figure out like what to do with this car, and one of the options was to turn this into the Johnny Tran S2000 from the Fast and Furious franchise. Now, we don't only want to be in that lane, and we don't want to only be known for Fast and Furious. We have a lot of different tastes, as you've seen around the shop with the Roadrunner, this Behemoth, the Chaser, the Ferrari, the Hako. Like, we have all sorts of different tastes, so we want to be able to share these projects with you guys, and this car is no exception. We have already been selecting parts to go a different route. Thanks to our friend Tommy at I Am America and his beautiful S2000, we decided to go that route. We've been acquiring parts for this car for the better part of 18 months now, and we have new OEM headlights, new OEM taillights, a bunch of the convertible top surround pieces. At the beginning, we weren't sure if we were going to stay convertible top or if we were going to go hardtop, and we actually scored an original unopened Mugen hardtop. Thanks to Tommy again, he led us on that path and found us one, and we're like, hey, we're not looking to just buy this piece and flip it. We really want to keep it and make it useful for this project. And we have ASM full kit. We have their dry carbon rear trunk and wing and stands and everything. Like, all the pieces that are super pretty to look at are dry carbon. Anything that is going to be painted and color matched, we actually ordered in fiberglass from them. So like the front bumper and fenders are in fiberglass. The rear diffuser, front splitter, side splitters, rear wing, trunk, hood is all dry carbon. So all the pieces that matter the most to us in terms of aesthetics is now dry carbon. In terms of the drivetrain, on that level, we're not so sure yet. We want to find out how hurt the F22 is that is in the car. After speaking with Sun at Shop Formula S and going over all the particulars of what happened prior to our ownership and what we were told as to what happened to the car, we came under the conclusion that maybe the motor is hurt, whether it be through the rod caps, the main caps, or the cam caps. So we need to get this motor pulled out, put on an engine stand, and plastic gauge all that to see if the tolerances changed throughout the motor. If they did not, then we're gonna do a full rebuild on this F22C because it does match the VIN to the car. So that'll be our best option. If all goes as planned and that is the route we go, then this is likely to get a Greddy Carb Legal Turbo Kit. This is 100% stock right now. It has factory cat, it has everything stock. We would like to keep it still 50 state legal if we could, but we also want a bump in the power. So we would likely go Greddy Carb Legal Turbo Kit. I was in talks when I had my own personal S2000. The reason I'm choosing that Greddy Carb Legal Turbo Kit is that I originally wanted that for my street car. With the delays of the California Air Resource Board and getting it compliant to today's laws and regulations, they went through a lot of testing to get this figured out and be able to offer a kit to the public that is completely usable, completely carb legal for 50 states. I don't know of another kit that does that. I know Comtech used to do a supercharger kit that was California legal. I'd rather have a turbo setup. I really love the sounds of these cars that are boosted. Boosted VTEC motors are just absolutely amazing in my opinion, and this car would be so much fun with that kit. Their turbo kit also keeps it behind that front cross support, so it retains the balance as it's supposed to be in this car. I did find out from Tommy though that our ASM bumper ducting, not on this bumper, but the ASM bumper, it will have to be modified for the intercooler and the piping. Maybe we can do a workaround with that and maybe do like an air to water intercooler setup, but if it doesn't interfere with the California Air Resource Board EO number, then maybe we'll go that route and not have to modify our bumper, but we'll see when we get to that point. The other option, you guys may have seen this motor over at Works Corsa, and that's because this was for originally our 959 project. Now that that project might be purchased by a subscriber, this is now on the sidelines. That is a brand new crate motor, unopened. All we did was take it out of the crate. We 3D scanned a bunch of stuff to try to make some parts work for the 959 project, and that's it. Put it on an engine stand and it's just been sitting ever since. So that motor is good to go if we decide to go that route on the S2000, but ideally I don't want to because it will not make it 50 state compliant. It actually requires a lot more financial investment to go this route, only because you have to buy the kit is all available only from one supplier. So I'm not too worried about it though. This engine is for sale. If somebody wants it, we'll give you a great deal on it. But like I said, that's the secondary option, and I don't know, even looking at this car and seeing the F22 in here, I'd almost rather just like use this motor as a core to build some stupid NA motor through like either 4-piston racing or anybody else that can build a really stout endurance NA spec motor for this car. That'd be a lot of fun. It'd sound amazing. Full titanium exhaust, a nice header, either from Toyota or I don't know, or maybe a Muse or something like that, would really bring this motor back to life, and you could really hear that VTEC scream. So that's our plans for now. We'll get back to this later and start acquiring parts for the other bits and pieces. But first things first, we're gonna go ahead and start yanking this motor out and figure out what else we need, and then move forward with the project from there. Because wheels, tires, suspension, it's all fairly easy to get, so we're not too worried about that. We really want to focus on the mechanics and the aesthetics of the body, because all that money we spent on ASM and Mugen is already here. So let's get all that stuff fitted to the car first and see what's going on with the motor. But we'll catch up with you guys later.
I could hear actually the injectors. The injectors are going
smooth.
and then you go like fix it right here. Just take this off and fix it right here.
Hit it with a hammer.
We'll look up the code.
Did you do something and that's why it started going?
No, I didn't touch anything.
No, I did it.
You just started doing it. Yeah, I thought it was maybe because the O2 sensor was not getting a reading, but now it is. I don't know what the idle change is. I thought maybe the map or something was. So, but I mean, who knows if all the? I mean, no, it was idling good at first startup, so it would do that right away if there was a vacuum leak.
I don't know much about this cars, but it's blowing a lot of
Air.
I mean,
through the valve cover.
Yeah. I mean, you
Breathing
cannot see,
heavy.
yeah, you cannot see the blow by, but you can. It's got pressure coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the rings are fucked up too. You know, they're done.
1988 Celica all-track GT4 2.0 liter turbo 3S GTE engine, cylinder head, manufactured and designed by Yamaha. This is going to be our giveaway car. Now you know this thing can be a little rocket, and we are going to go ahead and get this thing prepped up and ready for you guys. Make it a reliable street car. We are going to go ahead and do extended travel coilovers, mud flaps, kind of like a rugged tire on some white wheels, and do that classic iconic white and red livery from the Carlos Sainz days when he was piloting a ST165 for Toyota back in the 80s and early 90s. This car we bought years ago. It was a good deal. I was like, hey, why not turn it into a giveaway car before we hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube? And that's what we're gonna do. It is all-wheel drive, 5-speed manual. We are gonna end up pulling the motor completely out. We were just pulling the cylinder head off so we could see the extent of the damage, because it did not have compression in cylinder number 2. So we are gonna send the cylinder head out, get rebuilt, revalved, replace whatever needs replacing, and refresh that cylinder head. Get this motor more stout. We're probably gonna do head studs, metal head gasket, and just make it safe and reliable. We are gonna try to keep the emissions portions of it, so that way this is a 50-state legal giveaway car. As you can see in the turbo, it is missing that flapper valve. That flapper valve actually has a punched on rivet, and it ejected itself into the catalytic converter, shredded the catalytic converter, and exited the chat. As you saw, the cylinder head is off. This did have a factory Toyota timing belt. It has been regularly serviced, but somewhere down the line something happened, dropped a valve, destroyed the catalytic converter. The wastegate flapper is no longer working. No idea what happened, no history on it, but we are gonna go ahead and take care of that for you guys. This is gonna be a cosmetic restoration and make sure that this is mechanically sound for the winner. One of you guys is going to be the lucky winner. We are currently working on designing some merchandise and items to sell to make sense of this giveaway. This is going to be entered into a sweepstakes style giveaway. Again, like I said, 2-liter turbo, full-time 4-wheel drive, that iconic 80s box flare. There's the rest of the parts inside from taking it apart. Unfortunately, it does have a sunroof, so whatever. Maybe we'll cap it, maybe we won't. The idea is to get this wrapped and put together in that iconic livery, get that stance right, keep the manual transmission, work with all the partners we've been working with over the past few years, and see who we can get to jump on board and help us out with this to give back to you guys. So, but here is the cylinder head, just chilling. Looks like nothing happened, but cylinder 2 has a burnt valve. So something we're gonna have to deal with later. Like I said, we're gonna go through the cylinder head, make sure everything on the car is 100% on the up and up for the next owner. Manuel. This is what you call El Manuel. The amount of stuff that Toyota was able to freaking shoehorn into this little engine bay is just insane. Tons of modules, relays, controllers, bottles. It's an air-to-water intercooler. Yeah, man. This car is going to be awesome when it's all said and done. Back at it again with the S2000, baby. It's a lot of talking. I'm tired of talking today.